Welcome back to Fox and Friends. Mexican cartels reportedly seized control of the U.S. government's CBP One app. A report from the Washington Examiner saying, quote, Mexican cartels have hacked the app's security and found a way to request unlimited appointments for anyone in the world, far beyond the app's northern Mexico geofence. Here to react, former acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Tom Homan. He is also a Fox News contributor. Tom, can you explain to our viewers the implications, what this means for America's security?
Well, it means a couple of things. First of all, the cartels did hack the system. They have access to it. So to enroll in the CBP One app, you're supposed to be in northern Mexico. Well, they've hacked the system, and now they're selling a placement into the CBP One app in Guatemala. As you know, Rachel, Guatemala, it borders the entire south of Mexico, except a little sliver of Belize. So any alien comes from the south into Mexico has to come through Guatemala. So what they're doing, they're enrolling these people in Guatemala, and it appears through the system that they're in northern Mexico and it's being done. Now the migrants are using their appointment to Mexican military, Mexican officials won't stop them because, hey, I got a CBP One app. And the Mexican, look, the Mexicans know exactly what's happened. There's no way a guy has an appointment coming from Guatemala, but they're on the tape too. They're getting a piece of the action from the cartels that they already had. The second, the cartels, this is a win-win. Not only do they sell placement in the app, they're going to overwhelm the system. So now migrants aren't going to wait for several months for their appointment. They're going to pay the cartels more money to enter the country legally and get away. The cartels, look, this administration fails to recognize these cartels are sophisticated. They're like a Fortune 500 company. They have hackers on the payroll. They have people that actually invest their money into businesses around the world. The cartels are sophisticated, and Biden administration does not recognize that.
Yeah, we've made them rich and sophisticated over the last 2 years to a tune that we've never seen before. I think people don't realize the cartels now control 40% of the landmass in Mexico. The politicians are controlled. They're like part of the government at this point. We're completely turning Mexico into a narco state, and what's happening at our southern border was not happening. By the way, the Mexico and Guatemala border, that people were not able to get through like this under the Trump administration.
Absolutely. Now, here's the scariest thing of all. People need to understand this. The strongest nation in the world, the United States, no longer has the operational control of our southern border. The criminal cartels in Mexico do. And because of it, we got 1.8 million gotaways. We got no suspected terrorists crossing the border at record numbers. We've got sex trafficking of women and children, sky high numbers never seen before. We got fentanyl coming across the border, killed over 100,000 Americans. We have lost operational control of the border. One chief patrol agent told me, Tom, it's like broken arrow. I can't possibly contain 10% of what's coming across the border. Yeah. This is devastating what this administration has done to the most secure border we ever had under President Trump.
Yeah. President Trump was really effective in leveraging U.S. power, economic access to America, government funding to Mexico, getting the Mexican government to cooperate with us in controlling illegal immigration. That all went away when President Trump was not in office anymore. I want to move to another topic, which is the Florida sting. There was a Florida sting operation. It was a child sex exploitation sting, and what they found when they had this sting was that 40% of the people arrested were illegal. So talk to me a little bit more about this case.
I've been screaming about this for 2 years. I've seen you talk about it too.
Yeah.
This administration, when they open the border up, they don't realize that the cartels are taking advantage of that open border by overwhelming the border patrol with all these people, that now they got all these open alleys where they're trafficking on women and children. And look, but the Biden administration did a couple things. Number one, they opened the border wide open. Second of all, they stopped DNA testing. Under the Trump administration, we did DNA testing. I remember one pilot we did in El Paso, as many as 30%, 1/3 of the family units weren't really family units. They weren't related. And these kids were victims of trafficking. They also, HHS, I saw Secretary Becerra give a speech 2 weeks ago bragging how quick they're releasing these kids to sponsors because they're not vetting them properly. They're not, when the Trump administration, we vetted the sponsor thoroughly. We vetted everybody that lives in the household. This administration is more concerned about the optics of this crisis. So they say, we can't have overcrowding. We can't have overcrowding. So process as quick as possible and release as quick as possible. Then we can say, no crisis here.
Right. And meanwhile, all those people that are not, all those children who have not been DNA tested and then are sent with adults that are not really their parents, and then we lose track of 40% of them. You know, it's just, it's so outrageous. It really means that what Kat Kamak, Representative Kat Kamak, has called Joe Biden the child trafficker in chief. You can't say anything other than that. I mean, we're complicit in the child trafficking sex trade through our open borders. Last word.
God help those children. I'll tell you what, the Trump administration will be back, and we're going to go save those children. We're going to sign every ICE special agent to go find these children and rescue them, because they have lost track of nearly 100,000 children. Based on my experience, Rachel, they're living with predators, they're in forced labor, they're in pornographic movies. God help these children, but we'll find them and we'll save them. Oh,
I hope that's true. Thank you, Tom Homan. Grim news, but important for us to hear. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.